Double Merle dogs are dogs that have two copies of Merle gene, and they are created when two Merle dogs are bred together. Sadly, those dogs are very often suffering much more from different health issues than solid-colored dogs, especially from blindness and deafness. In this video, I will tell you all you need to know about double Merle dogs. First, let's say what is a Merle coat. Merle is a genetic pattern that can be involved in the dog's coat and it can affect any dog color. Most importantly, the gene is creating mottled patches of color in a solid colored coat, but it can also create blue colored eyes and it can affect skin color as well. Merle-coated dogs are very trendy and popular, especially because they just look good and unique. And since there is a big demand for these dogs, there are more and more breeders who are trying to breed Merle dogs. It is possible to make any dog breed Merle, but it's much more common in some breeds. The list of breeds that are commonly in Merle coat color includes Australian Shepherd, Catahoula Leopard Dog, Welsh Corgi, Border Collie, Chihuahua, Dachshund, Great Dane, Old English Sheepdog, Poodle, and many others. So, are Merle dogs prone to more health issues than solid-colored dogs? No, but the problem occurs when two Merle dogs are bred together. If the breeder for some reason breeds two Merle together, there is a 25% chance for each puppy to be born double Merle, 50% chance to be born Merle, and 25% chance to be born with solid color. Sadly, the 25% of double Merle dogs have much higher chance of inheriting serious health issues, much higher than their single Merle and solid brothers and sisters. And this kind of breeding is completely avoidable and preventable, because if the breeder would breed solid and Merle dog together, he would have the same 50% chance of having Merle puppy. So there is absolutely no reason to breed two Merle dogs together. And how does double Merle dog look like? Well, they are typically predominantly white. It is because one copy of Merle gene causes a marbling effect on the coat and creates lighter spots throughout the solid color coat. When the puppy has two Merle genes, the effect is also doubled, and that is why the coat becomes predominantly white. So what are the specific health concerns of double Merles? The major health concern is definitely deafness. It is possible for double Merle dogs to have normal hearing, but many of them are facing some kind of hearing impairment. Some can be deaf on one ear only, while others might be completely deaf. The deafness in double Merles is from their puppyhood, and they are deaf for their whole life. If your dog loses hearing later in life, it is a result of something different and unrelated to the double Merle genes. The second most common health concern associated with double Merles are definitely eye abnormalities. Again, some double Merles might be completely blind, some might have only slight seeing problems, and there are others that can see absolutely normally just like healthy dogs. But again, the chance of double Merle having eye problems is much higher than in dogs without the double Merle genes. Some double Merles are born completely blind, others might be born even without the eyes at all, and some are born with one eye blindness. Again, they are born with these problems. It is not something that will occur later in life. But a complete blindness is not the only eye problem associated with these dogs. Double Merle dogs have oftentimes additional eye problems. One of them is microphthalmia, in which the eyes are abnormally small. Other problem is starburst, which is a condition in which the pupil will be shaped with spiked, jagged or irregular edges. This does not allow the pupil to react normally to light, and it can cause light sensitivity. Other pupil problem is called correctopia, and it is a condition where the pupil will be subluxated or dropped. There is no known link between double Merles and other health issues, but the hearing and eye problems are very serious. Again, it is important to say that this is absolutely preventable and there is absolutely no reason to breed two Merle dogs together. If you would like to learn more about double Merle dogs, you should visit this website, doublemerles.info, where you can learn more about double Merle dogs and you can find a list of rescue organizations specializing on double Merle, deaf and blind dogs. What to say in conclusion? Do not support double Merle breeding by buying any puppy, even normally colored puppy, from a breeder who is capable of breeding two Merles together. That is enough info for you to know that this breeder does not care about the dog's health, but only about his own profit. And if you would like to help double Merle dogs, you can always donate to any rescue organization mentioned on doublemerles.info. Also, do not be afraid of adopting a double Merle dog just because it is deaf. Deaf dogs are still great companions, they need little extra work, but it is worth it. If you're considering adopting a deaf dog, you can check out deafdogrocks.com, a website full of training tips and videos and list of available deaf dogs for adoption. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.